Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. Coming up on today's show, we are going to look at 3 undrafted free agent rookies from the Seattle Seahawks. Some names to watch and good chances for them to make the final 53-man roster for your Seattle Seahawks. I got some names to give you, so let's go ahead and not wait a second more and tell you who those are. Got to start off with Bubba Bolden, the safety from the University of Miami. Bolden, a terrific player. He was one that I was shocked did not get drafted in the 2022 NFL Draft. And I want to get to you the breakdown from Lance Zierlein, what he had to say in regards to Bolden. Here was his quotes. An athletic free safety with NFL traits and adequate pattern recognition, but widely inconsistent results relative to his potential. Bolden is fluid in space with a smooth pedal and loose hips. He has cover talent but lacks on-ball production and will allow for yards after the catch due to mistakes with tackle angles. He played through a shoulder injury for much of last season, which may have had some impact on his run support, but the 2020 tape had issues in the same area. He's likely to test well and should get a shot to prove himself as a backup safety with special teams value, but tackling inconsistencies will be hard to overcome. So, here's more from Pete Carroll, what he had to say in regards to Bolden. Bubba did some good stuff, ranging around back there, showed us some instincts and all that. That's what we're looking for. And then we got to figure out which guys can bring back and all of that. That's Pete Carroll at Rookie Minicamp in regards to Bolden. So, as you can see, Bolden showed off range at Rookie Minicamp, played deep safety, played in the box. And this offseason, when you look at the injuries in the secondary that the Seahawks are dealing with, there's a real opportunity for Bolden to prove himself this offseason in that secondary. A huge opportunity there compared to other positions among this Seahawks defense. And one thing to watch, too, with special teams. You heard the report there from Lance Zierlein. Special teams could be a good beneficiary to Bolden to help his chances to make this Seahawks roster when it's all said and done. Got a couple more names to give you, but first, I want to hear from you guys. If you want to see Bubba Bolden make this Seahawks roster, then share this video on Twitter. Here's what you need to do. Click that share button, select the Twitter icon, tag me at Tyler Jones Live, and use that hashtag Seahawks. If you do that and tweet it all out, then you know what's going to happen? You're going to get a shout-out on this show, Seahawks Today. So do those things. Share the show, tag me, use the hashtag Seahawks, and we will see you right here next time on Seahawks Today. One more name to give you, Shamarious Gilmore, an offensive guard from Georgia State. This guy was so under the radar, totally forgotten about, literally ending up as an undrafted free agent. 6'2", 3'4", 301 pounds out of Georgia State. Did not allow a sack the last 2 seasons playing in Georgia State in the Sun Belt Conference, and got some stuff to give you on Gilmore. Let's start off with a quote from Pete Carroll. Here's what Pete Carroll had to say back at Rookie Minicamp. He's played a ton of good football. He's a good ball player, and he's been a leader in the program, and you could tell he's got good awareness about him and good presence, and we're so happy to have him coming back. You don't have enough guys ever, so hopefully he'll be able to fit into it. So from what you hear from Pete Carroll, he sounds more than just a camp body, that he is somebody that will be looked at heavily for a chance to make this 53. And his time at Georgia State, he helped pave the way for Georgia State to have the top 4 rushing seasons in school history. All 4 years that he was there, they put up better rushing numbers than that school has ever seen before. First team all-conference in 2020 and in 2021. And the Seahawks, although Gilmore is a guard and played that his entire time at Georgia State, I think it will be interesting to watch of if the Seahawks could potentially explore putting him at center. I think that's a possibility. You look at that Seahawks depth chart and where things stand, there's a real hole at that center position. So if Gilmore could adjust and learn the center spot, then he's got a really good shot to make the 53-man as well. Another name to give you in one moment, but before we do, want to hear from you guys in the comment section. How would you grade the Seahawks offseason so far through this point as we get ready to enter the month of June with the draft behind us? And we've seen a few trades, some free agency moves and such, the June 1 cuts on the way. How have things gone for the Seahawks? Tell me in the comment section. Type A, B, C, D, or F on how the Seahawks have done so far through this offseason. Another name to give you, Vi Jones, the linebacker from NC State. He hails from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 6'2", 225 pounds. And you look at what he was able to do at NC State. He was the Special Teams Player of the Year for the Wolfpack with 3 blocked kicks. His dad, Robert, was a 3-time Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys. And one of the things, too, you talk about good pedigree. Not only was his dad a Super Bowl champion with Dallas, but his brothers, he's got 2 of them, are also in the National Football League as well. And he could provide some much-needed depth for the Seahawks at the linebacker position. Now, I'll have more from what Pete Carroll had to say about him in just a minute, as Carroll told reporters at minicamp that he looked the part. But before we do, are you subscribed to Seahawks Today? Why not? Make sure that you are an award-winning subscriber so you never miss a moment of this show. We're bringing you daily Seattle Seahawks content covering the news, the rumors, and everything in between. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe today. Tell all your friends. Make sure they're subscribed as well. Notifications, gotta have them on. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Here's what Pete Carroll had to say on Jones. One of the guys that wasn't the draft picks that I totally picked up on and was excited to see him. And you can picture he could be a special teamer. He could play a little bit outside, play a little inside backer for you if you need him to. And he'll be able to match up with guys. So he's had a good camp, a really good camp. The numbers on Jones this past year, 45 tackles, 6 sacks, did not have any fumble recoveries, but with what you see with his size and athleticism, there's real potential for him to be somebody special there. Could be a really good find for the Seahawks as an undrafted free agent. So, now that we've gone through these names, we've given you 3 of them. Who is your favorite undrafted free agent? Maybe it was somebody we didn't even mention. I know that there was a lot of love in the comment section of this channel for Levi Lewis for quite some time, but he's been cut as of just a few days ago. But who's a name that you like from these undrafted free agents, whether it's somebody mentioned or somebody we didn't mention? Tell me in the comment section who your favorite undrafted free agent was from the Seahawks in 2022. Now, on yesterday's show, we told you about how we were trying to find the record for most comments in a single video. And I got to tell you, you guys did not disappoint. I said I would shout out the top commenter, but I think I lost track of how many comments that we got in yesterday's show. So Dr. Chicken, Jeff, Owen, Blake, Nicholas, Arsenal, CJ, Calvin, all of you guys are just phenomenal. Thank you for commenting and being a part of this show and being with us each and every day. You guys are the absolute best, and so we appreciate you joining us and getting those comments in and being a part of what we do each and every day here on Seahawks Today. Also, a reminder, follow me on Twitter at Tyler Jones Live and get those shout-outs in. We will have an opportunity for you where you can make sure and tell us about Bubba Bolden. Tell us why that you are excited about him to be a part of the Seahawks, and make sure to share the show. You do that, use the hashtag Seahawks, tag me in it, and you're going to get a shout-out on this show. It's an opportunity for you, so make sure to take advantage of it, and we'd certainly appreciate it here on Seahawks Today. Thanks for joining us.